Hi folks, we're in Cairo in Egypt. It's an amazingly vibrant city with a lot to offer the tourist. We're going to take you to some of those famous tourist attractions of great historical significance. There's a lot of different pyramids, not just the Pyramids of Giza, so we're going to take you through and show you some of those. We're going to go to Memphis, which is the first capital city of anywhere in the world, and we're going to take you on a bit of a tour of the Islamic Centre, Islamic Historical Centre of Cairo. So stay with us as we go through this amazing city. So folks, if you are enjoying the content of this video and the other videos that we make, please consider subscribing to our channel. Hit the notifications button below, hit the like button below, so that you don't miss out on any future content that we post. So I'd like to talk to you a little bit about where to stay when you're visiting Cairo, and there's a couple of options. So this trip we're staying at the Four Seasons on the Nile downtown, and I got to say it's a beautiful, beautiful property. It's a lovely hotel, and you know, if you can afford to stay here, I would strongly recommend that you do so. It's got beautiful rooms, typical of the Four Seasons brand. It's got some magnificent restaurants here, some lovely food options. The service is top notch, and it's just an exquisite hotel. So if you can afford to stay here, then I really suggest you do. I've also stayed downtown here at the Hilton, and I'm a big fan of the Hilton brand. But look, to be perfectly honest, I don't know if I'd stay there again at the downtown Hilton. I've also stayed at the Hilton in the Heliopolis, which is an area, you know, kind of near to the airport, and I would recommend that very much. It has something like 18 different restaurants. It has a Lebanese restaurant there in particular, which is, you know, it's fantastic. The food that they serve there is exquisite. So I would highly recommend the Hilton Hotel Heliopolis. It's also quite handy because, you know, it's not so far from the airport and you can get to your hotel quickly after you land. And unless you've got a real reason to come downtown here, then there's not really much point in staying downtown here. It's not great to walk around. There's a lot of traffic, you know, it's very noisy and crowded and all that sort of stuff. So unless there's a real reason for you to be downtown, probably better to stay somewhere like the Heliopolis area. And that gives you quite ready access to the pyramids and most of the major tourist attractions. The other hotel that I would recommend in the Heliopolis area is the JW Marriott. Again, several restaurants, very, very nice food, good location, you know, nice restaurant, nice property, nice hotel, you know, somewhere where you can stay quite comfortably. And again, quite easy from there to access most of the major tourist attractions. One of the first places you're likely to want to visit is the ancient city of Memphis. Not Memphis as in Memphis, Tennessee, but Memphis as in Memphis, Egypt. Now this was, or it's accredited as being, the first capital city of anywhere in the world. Whether that's true or not is perhaps open to a little bit of debate. But for certain, it was the capital of ancient Egypt for over 8 consecutive dynasties during the Old Kingdom. It was a center of learning, it was a center of administration and the ruling power, it was a center of commerce. You know, it was really the power center of ancient Egypt for a very, very long period of time. And what you can see here now is basically a collection of ancient artifacts, of ancient carvings and statues and so on and so forth that are preserved from that time. And it's quite awe-inspiring to stroll amongst these works of art and works of religion and just feel what it must have been like to have been here during those early days. And behind us you can see the step pyramid at Sakkara, and this was the earliest prototype, if you like, of the pyramids at Giza. But this is, as you can see, it's a stepped pyramid. It's not the usual structure that they've got at Giza. These were the earlier ones that were built.
Crossing the river on the other side. This is the baby calf that is scared, has his tongue stuck out, because this is the sign of fear the animals show. Here is another little boat, and we see them here collecting different types of birds. Here are some more birds, and here you can see a lot of different types of birds. A hoopoe, that's a bird, that's a butterfly, a duck, a chameleon, another one there up here. See them? And again, we see here hippos. Look at this beautiful scene of this sailor trying to quiet down these two hippos fighting. And there is another hippo scared as she's giving birth. Wow. And a crocodile is waiting for the little baby to eat it up.
This is the Great Pyramid of Giza. And you can see, where's Shirley and Neville? Shirley and Neville are just going into the entrance there to the Great Pyramid, and you can actually walk down inside to the burial chamber. We've been there before, so we're not going to make that trip down there this time. We're going to grab some footage outside here. This is the largest of the three pyramids of Giza. This was built by the grandfather. And it's quite an amazing structure to stand before this here. It's extraordinary.
Come down here bent over. Luckily I'm short. It's not so bad, but if you're tall it's going to be a little bit problematic. But I guess we go down here about 25 meters down, and then it levels out and opens up overhead. And there's not a lot of air in here, as you can hear me puffing and carrying on. So that's one bit. And this is quite a long stretch up here. I'm guessing that's about 40 meters or so up to the surface. All right, here we go. Here we go. Oh, there's really not much room in here. It's really tight. Hard work, not much oxygen.
Okay, I'm gonna go up too now. Gotta wash my head.
Double.
Down as low as I can go without breaking my back and hitting my head. Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Should have gone to the gym for this one. Tell me when I can lift my head.
Not yet, not yet. Not yet, not yet. Not yet. Okay, now you're right.
Oh, yeah.
about to go down into the bent pyramid, it's called, and you can see the change in angle as it goes up the side there, and then it reaches that inflection point, and then the angle becomes much more obtuse. So it's a pyramid made up of two different angles, and as you can see, it's still got most of the casing on the outside. The grave robbers didn't quite get to remove all of it, but there's hardly anybody here, and you can travel into this pyramid, into the burial chamber, like you can with the other pyramids. So it's quite an extraordinary experience. So we're going to take a bit of a walk down inside there and show you what that looks like. This one's lower than the other one.
Say, lovey?
This one's much lower than the other one.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Oh.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I won't.
Oh.
No, I won't.
Oh. Well, so that is a long way down. That's surely a Neville up there still coming down. I reckon that's a good 100 meters or so down there. That's hard work. That is hard work. And then we've got up here. Wow. It is. It is. And then there's all these stairs to go up here. Right. Yeah. Where's Nevi? There's Nevi. Lord have mercy.
Right. Maybe if I could pop this.
Now we just climbed up these stairs. We've got this little tiny passageway here we've got to go through. Wow. Now we're heading back down. We're inside the bent pyramid, and we've got to go down these stairs here and then climb the long climb, probably about 100 meters or so, very, very cramped conditions, up to the surface again. Not so much oxygen, very, very hard work, but amazingly interesting place. Here comes Shirl. Oh man, this is the long shaft up to the surface. I reckon it's about 100 meters, and it's a lot tighter than the Pyramids of Giza. It's very, very hard work. So I'm going to have a bit of a breather before we start this one. Okay, I am not looking forward to this one. So Shirl and Nevi have gone on ahead. Now we start. All right. We're nearly there yet? I can't take my hat off because I keep hitting my stupid head. Oh, I don't know if you can. You see the light? I see the light. Don't go towards the light. Ow! That was my head. Oh crap. Oh, I'm about, I guess, 75% of the way up. It's hard work. It's really hard work. So there's the top up there. So I've got maybe 25 meters to go. Oh. All right.
Here's his head, here's his wound, he's scraped his head.
I came up and hit that pretty hard. Thank you, sir.
I see now, I see the bin. Ah. Hi, honey.
Hey, Linny.
Hi, honey.
Hi, Shirl, the birthday girl.
Happy birthday.
Hello.
How are you? Hey, the time for chocolate.
And here we are in Dashur, and this is the red pyramid, so called because of the iron ore deposits in this area. Gave the soil in the area a reddish tinge. And behind it there you can see the bent pyramid, so called because of the bend. As you can see, they changed angles about halfway up, and somewhere way over there, over the other side of the car park, is the step pyramid where we were yesterday. So all good stuff, and these were, I guess, the stepping stones of the prototypes working towards the pyramids in Giza.
الصلاة والسلام عليك يا سيدي يا رسول الله يا خير خلق الله يا رحمة للعالمين أرسلك الله يا شفيع المذنبين يا من بك يرحمنا الله. الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله.
Islam made its way to Egypt in around about the year 640 via the invasion of the Muslim Arabs. And so there's a whole area of Cairo which is, I guess, dedicated to the Islamic faith. And there's a number of mosques and areas which are sort of central to Islam in that area. And one of the key structures in this vicinity is the Madrasa Mosque of Sultan Hassan, which you can see here in these pictures. And it's a huge structure and glorious mosque. And it was constructed around about the year 1353 or thereabouts. And it was actually constructed during the Black Plague, which makes it quite extraordinary. And it's a beautiful structure, a beautiful house of religion. It also serves as the mausoleum for Sultan Hassan. And although his body is not actually interred there, they don't know where his body ended up once he was killed. But there is a structure there which is dedicated to him and to his life. So thank you for taking the time to watch our video. We really hope that you've enjoyed it and that you've got some useful information out of it. If you'd like to, please consider subscribing to our channel. Hit the notifications bell and also the like symbol down below. We'd really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Take care, everybody.